Unc. We just got done talking about that. That was horrible.
Yeah. That's up, man.
I just can't believe that people are celebrating, you know, that crazy.
Yeah. Somebody me, they gonna celebrate that too, so I don't trip. It's some evil people in the world, homie.
Yeah, I know, bro. At the end of the day, he's got a family, bro, you know?
Yeah, and he's never harmed nobody. He's just been, he's made it hurt some people's feelings with his opinions and ideologies, but he's never tried to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But one thing about it, man, never throughout history have evil ever won. Never throughout human existence have evil ever won.
But, Unc, why is there a bunch of fucked up shit happening in the world right now?
Good things happen to bad people just like bad things happen to good people. That's the yin and the yang of the world.
Yeah.
So the sun can't shine every day. We have to have rain. We have to have trials. We have to have tribulation.
However you want to label him, right-wing advocate, social media influencer, conservative debater, as he would travel mainly to college campuses, set up a table, a microphone, and a camera, and invite, whether you agree with him or disagree with him, he would invite you to the microphone and you would have a conversation. Prove me wrong, where you could share your thoughts, opinions on what you believe in and why you believe it. And then he would counter, or he would share his thoughts, his beliefs and why he believed in it. And somewhere along the way, maybe he would change some people's mind as far as how they view things, or at least give them a different perspective, a different lens in which to see things through. And maybe even he had his mind, or at least was open to seeing things slightly different than what he did. And to think that someone believed that he no longer should have that right to be able to do that. Many people don't want to simply even have a discussion with someone who they disagree with, or believe that simply because you share differing values and thoughts when it comes to how to live life, that person is wrong. That person doesn't deserve the same rights and liberties that you do. When it came to Charlie Kirk's politics, there wasn't a lot that I agreed with. Some things I did agree with, some things I didn't. When it came to his family values that he expressed, there was definitely more common ground as far as things that I definitely agreed with him on. Men being married, being fathers, taking care of your family, things of that nature that I definitely saw eye to eye on. And to know that there are people who are celebrating his death, while to me, it's not really shocking when you consider the current landscape we live in our society, nonetheless, it's still disturbing.
Please don't tell me you believe in God, but then you're supporting Charlie Kirk getting unalived. Every person that I've seen that's like, oh, well, he deserved it, he should have shut his mouth. I go to their page, God first, Christ is Lord. What the hell Christ do you support? God loved people when they were abusing him, beating him, and doing all these tormented things to him. I never seen God say, hey, assassin people. He doesn't say that in the Bible. What's wrong with you guys? I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, y'all, and I know I got a mouth on me. I know I'm very highly opinionated, but I don't wish death upon nobody. I've been blocking people left and right for your dumb shit. I don't care if you follow me. I don't care if you've been, oh, Tay, I love your content. You're my favorite content creator. If you're coming in my comments saying, yep, he deserved it, I think that you should probably get off my page. There's nothing I could do for you here, and I don't support any type of violence or hate towards somebody. If somebody hit you first, beat their ass. Dog walk them. But a man is just sitting there talking when they have a whole family. Those kids are fatherless now. Oh my God, you guys. You're evil.
So I personally don't care whether somebody is gay or straight. I don't care if somebody is a believer or they believe in a different God than I believe in, or if they're atheist. I don't care what somebody's political stance is. At the end of the day, I have my beliefs and you have yours. That is the beauty of this thing called freedom that we have in this country. But to see people praising and being happy about the passing of Charlie Kirk is absolutely disgusting. At the end of the day, that was still somebody's father. That was still somebody's son. That was still somebody's husband. And to be happy about that is inhumane. So if you feel that way, delete me. And quite frankly, I don't care to argue about it. Argue with your mama.
Bruh, yes, I've heard all the things that Charlie Kirk has said. I've heard all the things he said about black people. I've heard all the things he said about Palestine. I don't agree with none of it. I don't agree with most of the things he says. But that doesn't mean that he deserves death. That doesn't mean I'm going to celebrate his death. That makes no sense. It's his opinion. That's how he views life. What are we talking about? That's it. Like, do you know what opinions, how much weight they hold, somebody else's opinion holds in my life? I hear it and I'm like, cool. We just would never rock together. And that's fine. We would never be friends. We would never be in the same room. And that's cool. And that's all opinions should be. But now all of a sudden, folks is saying, oh, I don't agree with your opinion. You deserve death. And I should live. I'm good, you're evil. Like, what are we talking about? It doesn't matter what this man said. I didn't heard it all and I don't agree with it. But he doesn't deserve death. That makes no sense at all. I just seen on here his biggest op. His name is like Parker or something like that. Bro would faithfully pull up to Charlie Kirk's debates. Debate him and all types of stuff. He was his biggest op. Ain't nobody on this app, I don't care how black you are, ain't nobody on this app as big as an op as Parker. And even bro got on here and said that he was devastated because it's senseless. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve death. And even he got on here and said that. The difference is, y'all are evil. He's not. He even said he didn't agree with nothing Charlie Kirk would ever say. That's why he devoted his life into showing up to Charlie Kirk's stuff and debating him. All of y'all on here that didn't agree with Charlie Kirk would just disagree from behind the phone. And now you celebrate his death. Bro devoted his life to actually showing up and telling Charlie Kirk to his face, I don't rock with you. He more real than a lot of y'all. And even he got on here and said he didn't deserve to die. Like,
He died?
How did I?
Charlie Kirk died. It's sad. For having an opinion about things. The guy went to colleges and was having opinions. Sick world we live in. That's a true animal. He need to be locked up in a cage. He don't have a frontal lobe.
Hey, so Hitler killed millions of people. Charlie Kirk debated people and explored alternative positions. Comparing the two is so chronically online, I don't take you seriously.
Comparing the two is absolutely insane. Hitler had actual power and the ability to affect people's lives. Clearly, we know the history. Charlie Kirk sat behind a microphone and gave his opinion. If you didn't like what he said, you could swipe left. If you saw him on the internet, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, you never have to hear his voice again. You could just simply block and change your algorithm. If you didn't want to listen to what he said when he came on your college campus, you could simply go somewhere else. He wasn't affecting your life on a day-to-day basis where he said you didn't have the right to live, like we know the history clearly of what Hitler did. And so to compare the two is idiotic and doesn't even really deserve to be taken seriously.
Look, I don't agree with a single thing that Charlie Kirk says at all. But as a liberal, do I want him dead? No. He's a dad. He has kids. He has a wife. He's somebody's son.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart in all sincerity. You was never supposed to see something like this. In your entire life, you was never supposed to see something like this. That's not okay. That's not normal. That's not regular. You was never supposed to see something like that in your entire life. And there it is on social media. And we pretending like it's normal. When I was younger, for somebody to see something like that, they had to go to a deep store somewhere. A creepy store where the creepy guy is selling them on DVD or VHS. They had to go on LimeWire, ShareBear. They had to go deep on the dark web to get a video like this. But today you open up your favorite social media app, and there it is. The same app you going on to talk to your friends, talk to your family, see cute babies and puppies. These type of videos is popping up. Crazy part about it is when I was younger, there used to be a triangle right there in the middle of the screen that you would press that would start the videos. You had to start the videos. These days, autoplay. You don't get to choose. Don't matter how fast you scroll through that timeline, the video's gonna play on its own. And it's gonna play loud, video to the tip top. So now you had to see it. You had to hear it. You're a couple senses off for putting trauma on your soul. I want you to think. They did a study talking about how dopamine affects the brain and how we just getting too much of it these days because of these social media apps. We got all this dopamine in the palm of my hand. It doesn't matter how much I swipe. I'm getting good stuff, bad stuff, happy stuff, sad stuff, back to back to back. It's not normal and it's not good for the brain. So what do you think this type of stuff does, huh? How many kids do you think seen this video today? How many parents do you think seen this video today? How many of his family members do you think seen this video today? People who didn't want to see this had to see this. Because it's on social media. No warning, no nothing. I think the craziest part about all of this is, I saw another angle where a man was there and saw it happen. And his first reaction was to go in selfie mode. Yo, cuz just got popped. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I live on the same planet as you, buddy. We from the same species, homie. We from the same universe. We got the same structure in our bones. We from the same species. I don't want nothing to do with that. Desensitized up here. Your mind ain't right. Something is wrong with you that you saw that and thought, how can I get up? How can I get right on this? Let me shout out my social media. We getting sick, homie. We getting sick. I'm trying to tell y'all, we need to take some time to think about this type of stuff. You was never supposed to see something like that in your entire life. And social media showed you. I love you. Have a nice day.
People are becoming more desensitized, more programmed into seeing the stranger, the person who they don't know, that stands next to them, as being not human. Someone who you can look at and say, hey, how can I get some attention, some views off of this? How can I capitalize on this for my own personal interests? Listen, we're more connected through social media, but yet we're further apart because of it than ever before. Neighbors don't even know each other. Communities as we once knew it are nearly extinct. I mean, even on a relationship level, people are looking to be left alone, be single. And I personally don't think any of that, when you talk about the bigger picture of a society, is healthy.
If you on here on social media celebrating somebody getting on live, just because they have a different viewpoint, don't bring up that racist shit. Because somebody has a different view doesn't mean they're racist. That man had kids. And y'all are here laughing. I could never laugh at that. Because right now I'm thinking about how his family is reacting to this. I don't know, maybe because I'm an empath and I feel so sorry for them. But the man was just talking. He praised God. He was a God-fearing man. He brought Jesus into everything. Y'all laughing. That is wow.
I have a quick question because I'm trying to understand exactly where the line is here. So as someone who is not a liberal or a leftist in any capacity, but who would also not consider herself to be a Republican, though I do hold some conservative values. For example, I do not believe that men should be in the bathroom with me and my daughter. Men being anything that was born with boy parts, you should not be in the bathroom with me and my daughter. I do believe in Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve. I do believe that children matter. All the way up until the time of conception, what happens in the womb when it involves a child matters. And I do believe that child deserves the right to live a life. I also believe in my right to bear arms. Do I then deserve to be assassinated because I don't agree with what is the norm now, especially for this app? Do I deserve to have my life taken because I feel those things? Now, it is not lost on me that Charlie has said some interesting things that made me go, I know what you are. I know exactly what you are. Yeah. However, have I heard anything that would make me be excited that that man was unalived, murdered in front of his wife and children? No, I haven't heard that. Or maybe it's also because I have my humanity, and just seeing a man have to go out like that in front of his babies, why would I be happy about that? So I just want to be sure that I understand, where's the line? Like, do I also, is that where we are now? That because I disagree with a lot of what a lot of you agree with, I deserve to have my life taken? Is that where we've reached now? Because I've noticed we're getting there slowly but surely. That's what happens. But is that where we are now? I'm just trying to make sure I understand where the line is. And if I'm missing it, explain it to me, please.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I can care less about your political views. I can care less about your religious views. If you're laughing about that man's passing, you're evil. That is so evil, man. That is so evil. You guys, there's people making videos and laughing about this 31-year-old man getting shot in his neck on national TV at a campus of all places, answering questions, talking to people. You guys are so fragile-minded, y'all can't stand other people's opinions and beliefs no more? Like, real talk, like, y'all can't, like, if somebody has a different opinion than you, or a different belief system or stands on a different side, y'all want to kill him. Y'all want to hurt him because he don't believe or he don't talk how you want him to talk. Bro, y'all sensitive. That's this world is sick, bro. This world is sick. And the fact that you've seen so many people laugh about this. Forget, like I said, forget the political, forget the religious. You're laughing about a person dying. You're laughing about a person that just left his kids on this earth. Them kids won't even get to see their daddy no more. His woman a widow. All for speaking his political beliefs, his political opinions. You know, he connected to a lot of our youth. I'm part of that youth. And I'm not on here to talk about my political views. But if you're laughing about this, please, with all due respect, man. Matter of fact, nah. Unfollow me. I could care less. That is evil. That is evil, man. Because regardless if it was the Democratic Party and somebody died, if it was the Republican Party and somebody died, I would not be laughing at somebody's death, bro. You don't laugh at people's... This man was trying to create a positive change. You kill a man for speaking his opinion. That's where the world then came to now. People can't stand other people's opinions. People can't stand other people's studies and facts that they collected over the years and want to spread. You can't stand it. So now you want to beat them. You either want to beat them up on the street or you want to kill them. That's what it is now. Man, I don't care, bro. That's just don't follow me, bro.
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastion. I can't be a liberal no fucking more. You see the fucking comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency. I cannot in good faith align myself with you guys anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be alright. Cause you don't agree with him politically? Okay. Whatever happens next, in retaliation, whoever did that shit, I hope they throw the whole fucking book at you. The whole fucking book at you. Why I did not agree with his views, when you put violence in the fucking middle of the equation, all this shit goes out the window. Everything that you stand for goes out the window. Who's next? Candace Owens? Take that shit as a warning. Stop doing the public panels, bro. Stop doing all that. Oh, what do you think about him? These people are insane. Oh, well, both sides are... No, these people are insane. Dude, things are going to get very... Do not speak politics at all in public. Do not do that shit. These people are unwell.
I tried to post my thought and move on about Charlie Kirk. And I can't because I posted a new wrestling content video because that's what I do here on my channel. And then I was flooded on my notifications about people who are happy that he's died. And I think you're disgusting. I think you're deplorable. And I hate Charlie Kirk. Oh my God, I hate that motherfucker. Couldn't stand him. However, I hated his opinions. I hate what he stood for. I did not hate the fact that he was a father. I did not hate the fact that he was a husband, or someone's son, or someone's best friend, or someone's cousin, or nephew. It was senseless. That Dean Withers kid, or whatever his last name is, said it great. You cannot be against gun violence and then praise gun violence. That is fucking stupid. It's ignorant as shit. You can disagree with somebody. If you didn't like Charlie Kirk, change the fucking channel, or keep scrolling. Hell, you don't like this? Keep scrolling. I don't want you here. But as far as it's concerned, if you sit here and champion the fact that his children are going to cry themselves to sleep tonight while their mother lies awake trying to console them, figuring out the next steps of his funeral arrangements, while she notifies and talks to all of their family members about coordinating flight plans and travel arrangements, you are a deplorable human being, and you barely get to deserve to be calling yourself a human being. Because there are victims here besides Charlie. The man voiced his opinion. That's all it was. It was words. Words. You've never said anything someone downright hated? Something disgusting or racist or, sexist or something just horrific? You've never, said something that someone absolutely detested you for saying? But yet you're still here alive and kicking? Are you saying that what you said means that you should end up like Charlie? Because based on the comments you guys are putting on my posts, you're saying some shit that's just as fucked up as shit Charlie said. Should someone take a shot at you? Huh? Since you're so much better than he is, right? Fuck you and your platitudes. You can take that fucking high horse you're riding, and you can shove it up your ass. And then you can bounce on it until your sternum cracks. You're disgusting to think that this is okay. We can't move on as a country. We can't heal. We can't be better if we sit there and act and say things that are almost exactly the same as the people we hate and are trying to get rid of out of power are saying, and then call ourselves better. That's not how it works.
There's a lot of hypocrites out there. There's some people who will call him sexist. There are those who will call him racist. Okay. If that's how you want to define and say what he is, that's fine. But let's check your background. Let's check your track record of the things you said and how you treated other people from different ethnic groups. Because I've seen and heard some crazy things from people, some of whom share the same skin color as me. And they say things about white people, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Indian people, some of the wildest things. And so I think people need to go through their own life and make sure you go through it with a fine-tooth comb before you hop up on that pedestal and start judging others based on the things that you've heard them say. Anyway, guys, questions, comments, thoughts, drop them down below. Whether you agree or disagree, I appreciate when you guys take the time to chime in. Don't forget, you enjoy any part of the content, make sure you smash the like button for more, subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.